October Baseball, love it.
Welcome to the podcast that totally existed before. I'm October Baseball, and joining me today is Bridget.
Hi.
Thanks for joining. I'm predicting that the Brewers are not going to win the NL. I'm not sure this is the hottest take, but it's the truth. So, yeah. And then my second take is that Kyle O'Reilly will not play well. We've seen this with Judge, even Stanton back in 2018. I don't think played well. I don't remember the stats on that. But yeah, there's a home run derby curse. I thought he wouldn't hit the most home runs after winning the home run derby, but he did, so he has to be cursed in some way. And my final thing is that, oh yeah, and I couldn't think of a third one, so I said Crochet is not going to pitch well. And then, not really related to the postseason, but I said that the second seed shouldn't play the 4/5. It's kind of annoying me. They should reseed before the postseason or after the series, because if Detroit wins, the Blue Jays should not be playing the Yankees. That's kind of ridiculous, but whatever.
That's fair, but the Yankees are playing the Red Sox in the wild card.
I'm talking about after.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You really prepared. Now I'm like really thrown off. I just kind of
No,
watched
you're
the
good.
Yankee games and I'm like, okay. By the way, I said hi so weird in the beginning,
No,
so I
you're
don't know
good.
why. But could you repeat the first take?
Yeah, so the Brewers are not winning the NL.
Who are they supposed to play against?
Well, they play the 4/5, so it's the Cubs and Padres.
Oh, wait, I'm kind of excited for the Cubs and Padres series.
It's not really on my radar, but why are you excited about it?
Well, I don't know. I think the Padres got so close last year when they played the Dodgers in the NLCS, and that was like a really exciting series because there was a lot of drama.
Right.
But I would be kind of baffled if they didn't go as far as they did last year because I feel like they've been really good this year. But then with the Cubs, they were on a hot streak. PCA was doing really well, and then I could be totally spewing garbage right now. I thought they kind of tapered off for a little bit, and now they're back on the rise.
Right.
But
I mean, no team has really been dominant. I was actually checking the records because it feels like every year there's been a 100-win team, but that's actually more been recently. But obviously this year, nobody has 100 wins, and so there's not really a dominant team. The Brewers the best record, but like the Yankees dominated them, and they don't even have in the one series. Like yes, that was the first series, but there's no real dominant team, so it's definitely up for grabs.
no, this postseason has already been so good already, and we're not even in the postseason
Yeah.
yet. Like all the teams trying to qualify for the wild card.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, I don't have like I don't hate the Mets. I'd really like to clarify right now, but as a Yankee fan, I took so much shit in the this past offseason, about we didn't get Soto, the Mets are no longer the little brother, Steve Cohen's finally a guy who has a lot of money, who's willing to spend a lot of money, but then they just missed the playoffs, and it's like, oh, they get to shut up, and it makes me just a little bit happier to know that my family members who are Mets fans, who rubbed it in my face that they took away one of our best players, is now sitting in a little bit of suffering and agony, and it really puts a smile on my face in a way that I can't describe. And it just, like, I don't know if that's just me being selfish or me being a terrible person, but it's an opinion that I'm willing to stand by proudly. Like,
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
don't care.
a lot of fans' opinions.
But it's the best part about the Mets missing the playoffs, though, is it's not the fact that the Reds won. Because
Right. I mean, I feel good for the Reds, but
no, it's
but
because
they're not going to win. So anyway.
well, no, what happened was the Mets had to win their final game against the Marlins,
Right.
and then the Reds also had
Yeah.
to lose. Well, the Reds lost. And the Mets lost.
Right.
So it's like, the Mets, if you won that game, you'd be in the playoffs right now, but you didn't. You lost against the Marlins, who weren't even supposed to make the postseason. So it's just...
They lost a lot of bad games. I was at like a restaurant, and the Nationals game they lost pretty recently was going on, where they were finally making a comeback after the bottom of the eighth. Like there was a stat of like 0 for 63, and that came after that game, and they had it was like the bases loaded, one out in the bottom of the ninth, 3-3, and they lost that game. And it's like it's actually ridiculous.
It just the only person I really feel for is my coworker Patty, who literally she's the biggest Mets fan I've ever met. She named her son Shane after Shea Stadium. And I love her. She got in a Twitter beef with Marcus Stroman on Twitter.
What?
She's like a 70-year-old
crazy.
woman. I love Patty so much. So she's really the only person that I'm like, Patty, I'm so sorry. Like, I remember, like, earlier this summer I was talking with Patty and I was like, your Mets are doing really good. If you would have asked me in May who's going to the postseason, I would literally say, like, it's going to be Mets-Dodgers in, like, in the NLCS. Like, that's what I'm looking at right now. But oh my God, like, what a collapse. But then Yankee fans are also, they're kind of being, I'm going to sound like a hypocrite for 2 seconds. They are definitely rubbing it in Mets fans' faces because of all of the criticism and everything that went on in the off season this past year, which I could write a dissertation about all the drama that went down there. But, like, Yankee fans also don't really have a leg to be standing on. You know, we were fighting tooth and nail to win the division, knowing damn well we won the division last year. And
we were like in the post, like the Mets were in like guaranteed like the 4th seed, it felt like, and then they dropped that. The Yankees were kind of in that same situation, but then they actually held that.
I know, but I just think it's really interesting that the Yankees were still competing for the division victory instead of just a wild card spot. And so it's just, I don't know, sometimes it feels like Yankee fans talk as much shit as if we're the team from the late 90s, and we're not. Like, we got publicly humiliated in the World Series last year. Like, we had our asses handed to us, and I have never felt a sense of defeat like I have, because I was working for my college's newspaper at the time, and I was the sports editor, and literally the night we went to print was the same night as, like, the 5th inning game, and literally all of my colleagues and, like, my friends just watched me go to the highest of highs and then reach the lowest of lows. Yeah. Like, oh my God, it was bad. It was not fun. But I don't know. Sorry, not to go off track about talking about things that are not the 2025 postseason.
No, you're good.
But yeah, but I don't know. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. I really thought that in terms of the regular season this year, I thought the Blue Jays were gonna taper off. I really didn't think they would be as consistent as they were for the entirety of the year and consistently try to hold that number 1 spot. I really thought that they were gonna taper off.
Yeah, it was up and down. We'll see if they actually stay, like prove themselves as a number 1 seed.
Yeah.
I'm a bit skeptical of that, but we'll see.
I don't know. I'm hoping for anything that's in favor of the Yankees, to be honest, because I'd really like us to redeem ourselves from the absolute atrocity that was the World Series last year. Like, that was a different level of public humiliation that I've frankly never experienced in my life before. But I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any, like, postseason. I know I was supposed to come prepared with postseason stuff, and I know you're probably looking at me and thinking,
no,
this girl doesn't know what she's talking about. But, like, I just kind of watch the games as they go.
No.
So that's just kind of what I do.
Yeah, it's kind of the same with me.
I didn't listen to the wind up today, so you can't be mad at me. Usually I'm pretty on top of it, but no, I missed today's episode.
But yeah, I did want to talk about the Yankees because I've seen people, well, because 1, we're both Yankee fans, but 2, I've seen people blame the Marlins series, which is ridiculous. We literally got swept by the Blue Jays in a 4-game series. That is the reason we lost the division. If we're going to blame anything, we blame that. And yeah, that's going to be the problem if we lose to the Red Sox or the Blue Jays, but we'll see if that actually happens.
We'll see. I don't know. I just kind of wish that, baseball's never consistent, and I think with the amount of talent the Yankees have on their roster, it was definitely painful to kind of mid-season, kind of like after, was it before or after the All-Star break, we really hit like a really bad period of just like not doing well. It was not looking good, making errors every other game, and I'm like opening my phone, I see John Boy just being like, these guys suck, and it's like, I don't know what to do. But I think what I'm excited though for is we've seen, like, right now we're approaching the postseason and we're starting to get hot again.
Right.
And
yeah.
that's, like, a really great thing to see because it's like, you do not want to get cold in the postseason. And I know that Aaron Judge has had a lot of issues when it comes to performing in the postseason, you know, coming in clutch for his team. But he's really been coming through and delivering and putting on a performance that he needs to. And so I'm excited to see what the Yankees are going to do in the postseason because I have a little bit more faith that, like, things are going to go in our direction, if that makes sense. Because, like, there are some players who historically have not done well in the postseason, who've kind of frozen up, not really sure of how to handle themselves or what to do, but I feel like we're starting to get hot again and we're finding ourselves in a really good position to be in terms of the wild card. But I am really nervous for the Red Sox series because...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We beat them the last series, so
but
that
the
makes me
series
feel a bit
before
better.
that, we got our ass handed to us, so...
Yeah, I don't know. They were on a bad stretch. I think, I don't know, whatever. I don't remember the series. Anyway, you want to do the brackets? All right, I'll go first. So, you can see this well, right?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So yeah, I did do you do the bracket challenge thing?
No, tell me about that.
So yeah, on the MLB website, you can do the bracket challenge. You can, like, I don't know, it's probably like win 100K or something.
Is it like March Madness?
Well, it's just the postseason, but yeah.
Well, I know,
you just pick the teams, yeah. But it's always annoying because they always do the, like, how many home runs are going to be hit and how many runs are going to be scored, so then I always have to look up. But anyway, that's going into a tangent. But anyway, so first up, the Tigers and the Guardians. I'm just going off vibes here. The Tigers, obviously, were on a downward spiral, and then I'm watching the game 162 of the Guardians, and they won that game despite being down 3 in the top of the 10th. Yeah, the Rangers probably weren't trying that much, but they're also not that bad of a team. And yeah, the Guardians just have the momentum, so I'm picking the Guardians to win. And they're the same record, but the Guardians are the better team right now. So yeah. And then I got to pick the Yankees over the Red Sox. The Max Fried is probably going to be able to pitch as well as Crochet, so we just need to do better as a bullpen. Hopefully, Chapman can finally choke against the Yankees, because he hasn't choked it's so annoying. He hasn't choked in the postseason since he's left the Yankees. So hopefully he can finally do that, and yeah, that'll be nice. And I'll just continue with the AL. I think the Yankees can beat the Blue Jays. And yeah, it's a biased pick, but I'm going to pick that. And yeah, since the Mariners are tied with the 6th seed, since the Guardians are tied with the 6th seed, I'm not going to pick the Guardians over the Mariners. It's probably a 50-50 at this point, since the AL's not really that good. But I'll pick the Mariners. So we got the Yankees versus the Mariners, and the Mariners have beat the Yankees in the postseason, but most of the time they haven't. So for that reason, I'm definitely picking the Yankees. And the Mariners' bats can get cold. They don't have success in the postseason. So I gotta pick the Yankees.
Call me biased, but I think the Yankees are gonna decimate everybody and win the World Series.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
they can decimate the AL. They don't get what last year they got both AL Central teams, like literally like.
The Yankees will go yard every single at bat. We're gonna see some shutouts. At least one perfect game. I'm going to guarantee it. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Mariners beat the Yankees. I'm going to be really honest. The one thing that makes me nervous about the Yankees is their tendency to make a lot of errors. Mm-hmm. Our fundamentals, this year and last year have been super sloppy. And it really, it does make me nervous, when I'm watching the games, are you going to be able to, mm-hmm. Follow through on this catch? Are you going to be able, the fact that...
I think a lot of that was before the trade deadline, though. And now we got McMahon. He was doing a little bit better at the end of the season, so batting-wise, so...
I know, but I still always get a little nervous, and I know that the Mariners have a leg up on that with us. But I'm a biased Yankee fan. I would love to see the Yankees,
mm-hmm.
Go to the World Series.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Mariners beat the Yankees if both teams were put in that position.
Right.
But that would involve the Mariners having to beat the Tigers or the Guardians, and then the Yankees having to beat the Blue Jays and the Red Sox, and that also makes me nervous. So I don't know.
I think the Mariners are the easiest team. I mean, the Yankees are really the second seed because they were tied with the Blue Jays. So the Mariners are the easiest team. The Red Sox and the Blue Jays are going to be the hardest teams to beat. But
yeah, I think the Red Sox games are definitely gonna they make me nervous. Then again, everything makes me nervous. I'm just generally a very, very anxious person. But also, like, one thing about me is I live for the drama. Like, I love drama. Yeah. I really love how sometimes this sport brings out the worst in people as well as the best. And I would really love just kind of like, for the sake of drama, the Mariners and the Yankees going up against one another, because you also have the MVP race going on right now. Like, I just think that would make a really, really interesting story. But
except for the fact that Cal Riley will not be doing well in the playoffs, so
you don't think he'll do well?
Well, I said that as a hot take, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
I don't know. He's due to be bad because of the home run derby.
Well, hasn't he been like striking out a lot recently? I don't know.
I mean, he's a home run player, so you know, 3 true outcome situations. So.
But I don't know. I never like to like make like a complete like pick. Like I never like to be like, oh, this is I think that this is gonna happen, or I think that that's gonna happen,
right. Because
then somehow I always end up jinxing it, or I always end up like messing up the chances. I don't know how. But
I think it's a 30% belief for me.
You're 30% sure that the Yankees are gonna win the World
Series?
No,
Cal Riley is gonna perform bad.
Gotcha.
Yankees is probably like 20% because I'm feeling the 2017 vibes, but also at this. Well, and a bit better.
Remember when we got cheated out of an ALCS? Yeah, no, you're getting those vibes? Yeah.
Well, a little bit better. And yeah, okay. So on to the NL. The Dodgers obviously win, and then I don't really know.
It would be so funny if the Reds beat the Dodgers.
It would be funny. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but the Reds made it in 2020, but then before that, it's like 2013 or something. And they haven't won a postseason series, like, I don't know, since the 90s or something. It's something like the Twins, and I don't think they've won a game either.
No, so I'm rooting for the Reds.
The Reds,
I don't care
everybody's rooting for the Reds, for sure. But
that would be
so funny.
That would be the most hilarious thing if they're not going to win, but if they did, that would be so funny. Oh, my God. Because the Dodgers are just like, such like an, like, I don't even know. I don't have the right words right now. It's been a long day. But, like, the Dodgers are just such a machine. Like, it just really feels like when I see the Yankees play against the Dodgers or any other team, it just feels like David taking on Goliath. And I don't know if that's me being a scaredy cat. Or
I don't know. Like, they've fallen off. They're the 3rd seed. I don't know.
That is fair.
I think the Phillies can take them. We'll get to that. Well, I'm not going to dive into that. Phillies will go into the CS, and I don't really know between the Padres and Cubs, but I'll pick the Cubs. They're the higher seed. They got Pete Crow Armstrong, and I'll pick them. And then the Brewers, they speaking of getting the plot armor as the Guardians have, they have that. So I'll pick the Brewers, but I said the Brewers wouldn't win the NL, and I'm sticking with that. The Phillies are going to go to the World Series against the Yankees. We're getting the 2009 matchup, and then the Yankees can beat the Phillies in the World Series.
If the Phillies and the Yankees were in the World Series, New Jersey's going to burn down. Like, they're going to, my God.
It's a good thing we're in North Jersey right now.
Oh, no. You have North Jersey and South Jersey. Right. Nobody's safe. Nobody is safe. We're going to have to go to Connecticut. Like, and I fucking hate Connecticut. Like, I just, like, oh, my God, that... like, at least with Los Angeles, when we played Los Angeles, it's like, okay, you could go to the other side of the country now and be safe from all of that. Except then you go to Yankee Stadium for the World Series, and somehow half of them are Dodger fans, and it's like, where the fuck did that come from?
Well, I mean, they used to be in New York.
I know they used to be in Brooklyn, but it's like, that was like, 60 years ago? Like,
yeah, I mean,
it's just, I don't know, it's always just
people
like,
are passionate.
It's just such, like, it messes up my mind, low-key, but, like, if Oh my God, we are in for a world of trouble if the Yankees and the Phillies are in the World Series together. There will be bloodshed on the green pastures of New Jersey. Like that will not. That's a recipe for disaster. Because people in Philly like to burn their own shit down. Like whenever, like when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, they were like rioting, and it's like, oh my God. But I that would be exciting. That would be really exciting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just kind of interested to see what happens. I don't think the Brewers will win at least the NLCS. I don't see the Brewers in now I would love to be proven wrong. If the Brewers want to prove me wrong, they're more than welcome to.
Do you have any different picks besides, well, yeah, just for any of them?
I don't know. I think that the wild card for the Padres and the Cubs is definitely a toss-up. Like, I really don't know who's going to come out winning that. Like, I feel like the Dodgers-Reds matchup is such, like, a clear winner that, like, the Padres-Cubs matchup, I really can't see, like, a clear winner out of those two teams, you know? But I don't know. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Definitely the 5 and 4 are both the tightest series. Yeah, I mean, I guess the Tigers and the Guardians, but yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I get so stressed out when I look towards the postseason. I know it's the entire purpose of me being here today, but like totally disregard that. That's not important. I don't know. It's just I just want my team to do well, and I don't really I don't know. I don't really focus on much else right now. Because I just focus on my team. I go home and I sit on the couch in my living room and I watch the Yankee game with my dad, which is recorded, by the way, because my dad's a psychopath. I love my dad so much. My dad records the Yankee games and watches them like an hour and a half later.
Yeah, that's what my grandfather does.
So he can skip through all the commercials, and it's like.
No, I actually hate when people do that because it's like sports are fun because it's live. So I do not like watching sports when it's not live. Like, I don't care if I just got spoiled. Like, I can watch the highlights. I'll just watch it live.
I think I'm so used to it at this point. Honestly, it's so. I'll talk to my dad and my dad will be like, the Giants played today, and I'll be like, oh, like, what was the score? And he was like, I don't know, I haven't watched it yet. I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know. Like, but you know what? Whatever makes him happy. But,
It's also interesting because, like, the recording didn't exist till, like, the 90s? So, like, they, like, made that choice, like, all of a sudden. Like, they decided, this is how I'm going to do it. It's not like this is, like, especially my grandfather. He had a black and white television for a little bit. Like...
No way! It's almost like he's old! No way!
Well, I'm just telling the Gen Alphas how it is. So he made that decision once you could record. It's not like you could do that before.
Yeah, I think my dad would watch them live, and then he had kids, and that, like, he had to start, like, my mom worked 2 jobs, so my dad had to start, like, picking us up from school and making dinner and doing all of that, so, like, he couldn't watch the game when he wanted to because he was taking care of 2 kids, so he would just record it, and then, like, not even joking, the next day, he would, like, watch it.
Right.
And, like, I don't know why he would do that, but that's his prerogative. But my dad's actually from the Bronx. My grandfather worked at Grand Concourse. And then, my dad went to his first Yankee game in 1970 when Bobby Mercer hit 4 home runs in a row. That was his first Yankee game. And somebody threw a firecracker onto the field and it injured one of the players.
I've never heard about this story.
Oh, yeah, no. Somebody threw out a firecracker onto the field while the players were in a melee, and it hurt one of the players' ankles. I'm sorry, I'm getting so sidetracked, but, like, it's just... Yeah, and then my dad was like, now I am totally a Yankee fan. I just watched the Yankees and the Cleveland Indians at the time beat the shit out of each other, and I'm 7 years old, and I know that I want to be a Yankee fan. Like, oh my God, like, what a decision to make. But, I don't know, though. I don't know how some of my family members from the Bronx ended up being Mets fans. That kind of feels sacrilegious.
From the Bronx, yeah. Crazy.
It just feels a little sacrilegious, but that's just my opinion. But... I don't know. I'm happy with all the teams that made the playoffs. I think we have a lot of good games ahead of us. I don't think any of these are going to lead to some, hopefully none of these, probably except for the Reds-Dodgers series, will lead to some interesting games and not some awful blowouts where you're just
Yeah.
sitting waiting for the game to end, you know?
Yeah.
But
I mean, who knows? The Diamondbacks swept the Dodgers, what was that, 2 years ago? So
that is true.
anything can happen.
The Diamondbacks not in the postseason.
No.
I don't know. There's so many. I don't know. I'm just kind of. I feel so unprepared for this podcast. I'm gonna be
Good.
really honest right now. I feel like I look like such an idiot, but it's like.
You're good. I can cut some things out anyway.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But
We got like 2 viewers probably anyway.
let's go. 2 valuable ones.
Yeah,
that.
2 valuable ones.
But do you want to talk about the MVP race?
Yeah, sure.
I am really excited for this MVP race, and I feel like I'm getting rage baited every single time I open TikTok.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like oh my god, I feel like there are 2 schools of thought. There are the people. Okay, we could get super meta about this and how I feel about it, because I think this MVP race specifically is more representative than the MVP race and more representative
Wait,
of
what?
baseball.
What are you saying?
I'm getting so meta with this. But, okay, I think that there are 2 arguments at play right now. There are people that think that Aaron Judge is a clear winner for the MVP
Right.
because of his statistical output.
Right.
You know, like the Yankees posted an Instagram post of "You be the judge," and it was everything that he beats out Cal Raleigh for,
Right.
and like all of his intense statistics. And when you look at the numbers, Aaron Judge outperforms Cal Raleigh on a piece of paper, like on
Right.
most of the things that you would see on a stat sheet. But at the end of the day, we're comparing a right fielder to a catcher, and those aren't 2 like comparable positions. Like a catcher has to put in a lot more effort, a lot more man hours, a lot more time. And I'm not saying that like Aaron Judge isn't working as hard. I'm definitely not saying that. But I'm just saying that there's 2 very different expectations for both of those, and especially like you also have to think like Aaron Judge is a right fielder, but he's also a DH like a good portion of the time.
Well, no, that was for like 1 week. Well, 2 weeks maybe. That's kind of the only time he's ever been a DH because then it's been Stan every time else.
I guess I don't know. You would still consider him like a DH, like you could put him in that spot,
Right. I mean, he's a good outfielder, but yeah, I mean.
Well, I don't think he's a full-time DH. You're missing my point. I don't think he's a full-time DH, but he's also like a right fielder, whereas Cal Raleigh's like catcher, like that's his thing. And even though Cal Raleigh like doesn't match, he comes close, but he doesn't quite meet, the statistics where Aaron Judge is at. He's putting in a lot more. People feel that he's putting in a lot more man hours, a lot more, like he has to study all the pitchers and he has to do all this extra stuff because he's a catcher and it requires more effort. And I think what people don't understand is like it takes a mixture of the 2. It's not 100% of one thing or 100% of the other. It's not just all about, like how much extra effort you have to put in. Even though they're both putting in extra effort, I'm not sure quite how to articulate it, but like
Right.
Cal Raleigh has to fulfill the different expectations that are required of a catcher, whereas Aaron Judge is putting in a really, really phenomenal like statistical output that beats out Cal Raleigh. Whereas like if you want to have a successful team, like you need to have a mixture of both of those components. You can't just be all statistics or like all like I don't know how to articulate it in one word, but you understand what I mean. So, I don't know. I think there are people that are so deep in Yankee land and there are people that are so deep in Mariner land that they just, like, are...
Well, I think it's more anti-Yankee land.
I guess. I don't know, but, like, it just... I really think, like, baseball... Like, we're very lucky, like, to be watching baseball and, like, not be able to decide who's the MVP because that shows how much talent we have in the league right now. But at the same time, it's like I don't really feel like we're in a position where either of these people could get robbed. Because they're both so deserving of the MVP. Like, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that like they're it's 2 different players. They're 2 different players. It's hard to compare them tit for tat. And there are people that are trying to do that and they're failing because they're 2 different players.
Right. I mean, I think the positional outcome is not that important because it's not like Shohei Ohtani where he's actually doing like 2 separate things that like more directly affect like with ABS, like Cal Riley is still obviously important with the framing, but like with I don't know. It's hard.
I'm gonna be so honest. I really disagree with what you're saying right
Right.
now because a right field, because even like when you calculate like WAR and stuff, like it takes more into account like the difficulty of being a catcher.
Right.
It's like the field general. It's arguably one of the most important positions on the field. It's like I just don't. I think you got to give a catcher their props over a right fielder. I'm not saying being a right
Right.
fielder doesn't require talent because believe me, it does. You know, I'm not saying that Aaron Judge doesn't have talent because believe me, he does. But like the point that I'm trying to make is there are different expectations of each position and each player, and the fact that people are, you know, like we're being put in a position where we have to compare the two tit for tat, and that just doesn't feel fair. You know.
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't agree with me. You do
Well,
not agree with me.
yeah, I mean, I don't really care, but I'm just kind of biased simply because Judge did get robbed from Altuve. He literally had all the stats. Altuve's just an infielder, not a catcher. So that's kind of where my bias lies. Because at the end of the day, the accolades don't really matter, and people like it matters for the players, but fans should care like a little less about them, in my opinion. And so I kind of just want Judge to get it back because of he got robbed from Altuve.
I can understand that, but that was 2017, so that
Right.
that was 8 years
But
ago.
they still haven't made up for it though. Like he got an MVP, but still hasn't made up.
Okay, we can get into this whole discussion. There's nothing to make up for. The Astros cheated. They were cheaters.
Right.
They made incredibly poor decisions. They were an awful organization.
Right.
They literally deserve to kick rocks with open-toed shoes. Like I hate that there are players that were on that team that are still allowed to play Major League Baseball.
Right.
Like that's how I feel about that. But giving Aaron Judge the MVP in 2025 for the player that he was in 2017
Well, that's
is
not
so unfair.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
No, but I know, but it's like it adds a bias. It adds
Right.
it adds
Well,
such a bias.
I was acknowleding the bias, but
I
yeah.
disagree. You have to look at these things objectively. You have to look at them objectively. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's just like believe me, I would love to see Aaron Judge win the MVP, but I don't want to see Aaron Judge win the MVP because
Right.
Boohoo's so sad he
Well,
didn't
yeah.
get it in 2017.
And that's not why he's gonna win it. I'm just saying that's my bias.
I want to see him win it because he is such a great player and he's been such a phenomenal asset to the Yankee team
Yeah.
and he is truly the definition of what it means to be a Yankee. That's
Yeah.
why I want to see him win an MVP.
Right.
You know, not because of something that happened between 5 and 8 years ago, which oh my god, I hate the Astros. Do you know I went to go see a Yankee game last summer.
Mm-hmm.
We were winning. It was against the Astros. We were winning the entire game. Clay Holmes gives up like 3 runs in the final inning. We go into extra innings, we lose. And I was like, thank you so much for that. I hope you're really having a good time on your team that did not make the playoffs. like, have fun. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Like, I can't.
I got the opposite experience where the last Astros game I went to, I've only been to one Yankees Astros besides the postseason, but it was when Aaron Hicks was still on the team, when he hit that 3-run home run to tie the game against the Astros, and then Aaron Judge walked it off, so that was cool. But
That's so dope.
yeah.
I watched
That
us
was really cool.
lose. That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Although I did see Aaron Judge and Anthony Volpe homer in that game, so that was really great. But no, us winning. That's just like the classic Yankee way. Is you'll be winning up until the 9th inning, and then a closer will come in and just ruin it for you. Like I don't know how.
I think I think that's also how this team's going to be different. We don't have a Chapman. We don't have a Clay Holmes as a closer. I mean, Weaver was good last year, but Bednar I don't think is going to choke.
Do you know why they
knock on
took
wood,
Weaver out of that closer spot? Do you know?
Well, it's just because Bednar has more experience, and I know that people were saying like that Weaver was performing a bit worse this year.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he's been a reliever. He hasn't been a closer.
Right, exactly.
I don't know.
Because they gave him some closing spots and he performed worse, I think.
Ooh, okay.
I think.
I don't know, but on it, no. It was so much fun though watching him pitch in the closing in the World Series last year. Like that was always, I was always sitting on the edge of my seat. Like, please do not screw this up for us because of all the trauma that I endured for the past 160 whatever games. So I don't know. It was always nice knowing, oh, we actually have a guy who can close this out for us. Except for the one time that he gave up a home run, but we're gonna disregard that.
But then they won in 5, so it's whatever.
Yeah, no, that was not a very fun experience. It's the way we lost that World Series was so painful.
Oh, wait. I thought you were talking about... Yeah, didn't he do it in Cleveland? I think he did.
No, he did it in the World Series, I'm pretty sure.
He might have done both. I don't know.
I don't know.
I just remember the Nestor Cortez one more from the World Series. That was
I'm gonna be so I'm gonna wear my heart on my sleeve for a second. I turned off the TV when Nestor Cortez came out, and then I literally saw on social media Freddie Freeman hits grand slam, and I was like,
I thought it was a dumb decision, but I still had like some belief in him, especially after Ohtani like popped up, and then there was a second out, and then of course he just gives up a grand slam. But that was like the weirdest decision ever. I don't remember if Stroman was on the roster, but Stroman would have made way more sense than Nestor Cortez for sure.
Nestor Cortez got traded to the...
He's on the Padres.
He's on the Padres now, so I hope he's going to have fun in his game against the Cubs. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
But I know Glaber's with the Brewers, so...
No, the Tigers.
The Tigers?
Yeah.
Bro, it's been a long day. I swear I know these things.
You're good.
I swear I know these things. I'm looking like a clown, but it's fine. It's just whatever. I don't know. I know who's on the Yankees.
Yeah.
And that's kind of...
Yeah, I mean, today I was forgetting which team Terry Francona managed, and then I was like... And then I saw the article that... Well, I read an article that said if the Reds somehow do win the World Series, that Terry Francona should be knighted, which I thought was funny. And
he should be knighted? Oh, my God. No, don't give Trump any more ideas.
What? Trump?
Yeah, because he's going to start knighting people.
He can't knight people.
Okay, he can't... Don't need that, but just making a point. But now, so would King Charles knight him?
It's not actually going to happen.
Can we not? This entire thing is about debating the hypothetical. Can we not debate the hypothetical for 2 seconds?
I didn't think we were going to go this into the weeds, but
you don't know how far along I can drag a bit. You clearly do not know.
I can too, but that was unexpected.
No, the bit never stops. The bit is never ending. But
yeah, I think we need King Charles to get interested in baseball first, and then maybe.
If Camilla likes it, then he'll care.
Is Camilla his wife?
Yeah. Wait, do you not know this?
I don't know I don't care about the monarchy at all. So.
You don't know anything about Princess Diana?
Well, wait, okay. Anyway, continue.
Princess Diana, so King Charles was forced to marry Princess Diana. They got divorced like 10 years into the marriage. Then she died in a fiery car wreck.
Yeah, I heard about the car wreck thing.
And then the reason they got divorced is because King Charles was having for the entire duration of their marriage, he was having an affair with this woman named Camilla. And then after she died, he married her.
Oh, yeah, I think I did hear that.
Bro, this is what I mean. I live for the drama. I love the drama. The drama is half of the reason why I love baseball is because these men are petty and I live for it. You smile at a guy the wrong way, he will punch you in the face. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
That Naylor thing was so funny when he rocked the baby. That's when Torres was still on the team. It was 2 years ago.
Oh.
But wait, no, it wasn't 2 years ago because the Yankees didn't make the postseason that year. But
yeah, that was a sad year.
It was when they got swept by Astros, R.I.P. But
I think I remember us getting swept by the Astros because I don't think I've seen my dad get that mad in like a while.
I just didn't watch Game 4. Like I was like, it's over.
No, I remember walking. It was before I was really into baseball yet, and I was still in high school, and I was like, Dad, like, what's wrong? And he was like, I've been a Yankee fan since 1972, and I gotta put up with this bullshit. And I was like, okay, like, I forget I came in the room. But, yeah, no, it's just... It doesn't feel fair, though, sometimes when I hear, like, my dad or my grandfather complain, because it's like, you got to see the 90s dynasty. I was 4 years old when Derek Jeter led the Yankees to win the World Series in 2009. Like, I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear you complain. You've seen your team win. I have not seen my team win. Like, that really stinks.
Yeah, it is a bit ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous.
And yeah, like if I was a Yankee fan that was older, I probably wouldn't pick the Yankees Phillies because they're like, if we're being honest, like besides the Dodgers, they're the teams that deserve it the least. But of course, as a Yankee fan who has never seen them win, I want them to win really bad. But the Phillies won in 2008 and the Yankees won in 2009. Like they've won the most recent besides the Dodgers and the Cubs. But
I don't want there to be a Phillies Yankees matchup just
Yeah.
because I know we go to school with a lot of South Jersey people,
Right.
and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the trash talk. I don't want to hear. We had to put up with so much after we lost to the Dodgers, and I just can't do
Yeah.
that over again. I can't, and I won't. I really won't. I have more self-respect for myself than I did last year, and like, oh my God, I won't be able to put up with that if that happens, but. I don't know, but I think a hypothetical series that I'm most excited to see happen would be a Yankees Mariners one. I think
right for the CS.
I think if that one happened, I'd be really excited. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Is there any like hypothetical series that you're like most looking forward to?
I mean, Yankees Blue Jays, even though it's not really hypothetical, we just got to win. And
Knock on wood.
well, I mean, I didn't jinx it. I just said we got to win. I don't know. I mean, yeah, the Padres Dodgers would be good. I don't see it happening, but it could happen.
The Padres Dodgers would
and-
be so good because then it
and-
would be a rematch of last year.
And,
Boo. Your laptop's out of battery. Boo. Sorry.
No, I brought the charger. Yeah, and then if the Yankees don't make the World Series, then definitely Brewers, Mariners. So I can just like, although I can't root for either team then, but if one of those teams wins, then obviously I'll be happy for them.
Even if it's like not my team, I always just pick a team to root for, and I'm like, I really hope you win.
Right.
Because once I don't have a dog in the fight, I'm just kind of like, let's just see how this rolls out. Weirdly enough, I actually find a lot of joy in watching games of teams that I don't root for because I feel like when it's so win or lose, I get so amped up and I get so competitive that there are times where I literally need to be like, okay, Bridget, you need to take a step back and realize this is just a game. Like,
Right.
you're all good. But when it's like two teams that I don't really care about, it's just, okay, one of my favorite things about watching baseball is when somebody... when somebody hits a home run, when the ball just goes over, everybody in the crowd jumps up and they all put their arms up in the air. And
Yeah, it's like the primal instinct.
It literally is. And it's my favorite thing to watch. It is my favorite thing. Like, I just love humans being humans and people being people. And it's just a lot of fun, you know? Like, that's just, I don't know, like, I know a lot of people wouldn't be interested in watching, like, two teams that they don't really care about, but I have a lot of fun, and I like seeing people really care about something and put a lot of effort into something that they care about, you know, and I feel like I love watching my team. I love watching my team more than these third-party, like, whatevers. Like, these other teams that I don't really care about, but, like, it's just nice watching people care about something, and then when it's somebody else that like that is rooting for the same team as me, it's like I like caring about the same thing as them. Like, it's nice to be united with that.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't know, like that. I guess now we're getting into something deeper about like why I really like sports. It's just, but I don't know. That's just a me thing. It's just something I like.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, everyone likes rooting for someone in the World Series, I think, and I just kind of want someone to root for. Because I don't know. I mean, I was rooting for the Rangers, sort of, but I also didn't really care in 23, and obviously Yankees in 24. But I haven't really rooted seriously since 2018, but that didn't go well for the Dodgers.
I wasn't into baseball growing up. I mean, like, so the funny thing, my dad would always have W fan on, so I, like, knew who Joe Girardi was, but, like, I didn't at the same time. Like, I knew the name, but I didn't know anything about him, and I knew Derek Jeter, and, like, that was it. But, like, I spent my childhood driving to school and just hearing men rage out about Joe Girardi on the radio, like, in the morning.
Yeah.
But, like, then I got to high school, and I actually started caring about what my dad was watching, and then I just kind of got looped into it, and now I'm like, want to work in sports, which is, like, kind of crazy, even though this is kind of making me look like an idiot, but it's fine. I don't want to be a reporter or anything, I just want to be the person that holds the camera. But
Cool.
yeah, I'd work in the control room or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's just
I
me.
started being a fan in 2015, and I still really can't believe that Joe Girardi got fired. I mean, there was like my dad was like saying to me like, because I wasn't on the internet and stuff, so I didn't like really know what people were saying about it. So my dad was like, "Well, they're saying he's not good with the media and stuff," but they literally went to the ALCS and and yeah, it was baffling to me. And then and then I cursed to my best friend who's a Red Sox fan. We went to the same camp and I like went on a rant and I was like, Aaron Boone fucking sucks, and then he finds that so funny. He just brings
Aaron
it
Boone
up
is the
every
worst.
once. Yeah.
He got ejected in, was it game 161 or 162? It was
What,
the calmest ejection I've
which
ever
one?
seen. He got ejected
Oh, this year, I guess.
like
This
2
year.
days ago.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah. I kind of.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
sort of
Watching
saw
him get ejected is just always the most fun thing. Like
Yeah.
it's truly baffling. So all of my friends, none of them care about baseball. None of
Right.
them have an inkling as to what's going on. I don't think they even know the difference between balls and strikes. Okay, like that's kind of them. And so I just watch a lot of baseball with my dad and stuff. But like I remember one time over this past summer, I was just like, do you guys want to watch like a bunch of guys roid rage and beat the shit out of each other? And they were like, sure. And I pulled up the 98 Orioles Yankees brawl where they go into the dugout, and
Right.
I was like, guys, this is baseball. I hope you really like it. But yeah, no, it's just trying to explain to my friends baseball is like it's like I'd rather pull teeth. Like yeah, it's not their thing.
Yeah, I'm the only person who's like ever been a diehard. Like all my other friends like only watch it casually or like only the postseason. My one of my friends said like now I got to start paying attention to the Phillies, because he's literally watched 0 games. So and he said have to, so I said get to, and then he did like have you seen the Michael Jordan gif of the no you posted that. And then I tried to hype him up, but he was not feeling it.
Oh, okay. No, I still consider myself a casual fan, but when I'm with like all of my friends who I love like okay, my 2 best friends, Jamie and Zoe, are like my favorite people in the whole world, but my best friend Zoe is like she's like goth and she's like a classics major. Like she
What's classics?
classics is like art history, Greek mythology,
Right.
like
Very goth.
very goth. Well, she's not goth. She's more like punk. I don't really know how to describe
Right,
her.
okay.
She goes to like this weird ass liberal arts college, and they're literally an enemy of the Russian state. And no, that's not a hyperbole. It's Bard College. But basically, I'll literally try to explain her baseball, and she's just like,
Right.
I don't get it. And then my other friend Jamie, she sent me she's really good at math. Like it's scary. And she was like, I was reading this essay for fun. She was reading this essay on statistical data analysis, and it opened up with talking about the shift, the invention of the shift, and I was like, hey, I know that. And then it started getting into statistics, and I was like, okay,
Boring.
I just don't even understand. My brother got all the math genes. I was so bad at math in high school, they had to make a special math class for me and another group of kids because we couldn't do the normal curriculum. We had to do a special lower curriculum. It was not good. But yeah, I love my friends so much, but then because they know nothing about baseball, they think that I'm like this diehard like
Right.
baseball fan that like knows everything about anything that's ever happened in baseball ever. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, I just like watch the Yankee games with my dad and I listen to the wind up and like
Yeah.
that's it. Like I'm not like I don't even own a jersey. Like I'm not yeah.
I do.
I just don't want to
No, I feel you.
there are other things that I have to spend my money on right now, like tuition, and I can't spend my money on a jersey right now. It's just like, that's just the way that it has to be, but
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's also like, why spend money on a jersey when I can spend money on tickets to go to the game?
True, but it's a one-time purchase when it's like Judge.
I don't know, but like, how much are jerseys? Like $200?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have bought this jersey. My dad bought this for me. I said not to buy like this high quality, but he still bought this.
He still bought it.
Yeah.
Spoiled. But I don't know. I don't think it's ever crossed my parents' mind that I would want a jersey. But I have like a t-shirt jersey, and it's my mom's. It's Paul
Right.
O'Neill. the
Oh,
21
cool.
on the back. But other than that, like I don't really. And then I have my Giants hat, which is in baseball. But
Right.
I like the hats. I have a Yankee hat and I have a Giants hat, and I like having the baseball hats. But I don't. I don't know. I don't really like. I don't know when I would wear a jersey. You know, like.
Right.
I would
I mean,
wear-
I only wear it to the games, basically.
Really?
Yeah. But mostly because, well, okay,
Do you not see the irony in this statement?
What's the irony?
You're wearing a jersey. Yet
Well,
you
because
only
I'm
wear-
recording about baseball.
Okay, I see. I see.
It's like basically being at a game. Oh yeah, we gotta wrap this up anyway.
Sorry.
No, and we kind of were wrapping up anyway. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and yeah, go Yankees.